everyone. It is Friday night. How has your day been? Mine definitely could have been better, but we'll not even go there. What I do, however, need you all to do for me tonight is keep a wee eye for trolls just in case we get a little attack. I'm kind of expecting it. So let us know if you see any trolls on there.
That doesn't include me. That doesn't include counting me as a troll.
Right, we can't see any oh, sorted now. Okay, cool. Because of course I'm a wee bit behind. As always, like, oh my goodness, how has your day and your week been? I hope you have all had a good one. I'm kind of a little bit low tonight, so I need you all to pick me up. But I am sure that Roy has picked a wonderful list of tunes for us to listen to tonight. So that's going to cheer me up. And of course, Roy is in his new man cave. Let them see your man cave, Roy.
Why would like it's only a man cave, and I haven't got the white balance right because that's meant to be the Ulster Band's logo. And that's Lisa's logo and my logo and Light of Food, but it's too bright, so I need to try and figure out how to dim it down. That's
Oh, we
enough of
don't
me
have to
being
worry about
big.
that
So
tonight.
back to you again.
Oh, thank you. Well, I can see it okay on this. Oh well, no, your logo isn't shown right. But yeah, let's have a few comments here. Harry MacArthur's watching in Glasgow. Macrofelt District number 3 are watching. Norris Main is watching. Billy and Margaret Gilmore, Davy Logan, Lisa Kerr, Scott Clark, Hazel Robinson, Trevor Monaghan, Alan Knox, Alan Finlay, Jimmy Graham. He wants to know if there's some white socks on tonight. We'll do our best. Adam Levinson says that Roy knows good accordions, so we'll have to see. Carl Porter says, good evening, everyone. Brian Goody.
Whoa. Hang on. Rewind. Somebody says I know good accordions. There's no
He
such
may
th-
be
There's no
sarcastic.
such thing as a good accordion, so I wouldn't know one.
Of course there is. Helen Robinson says, or Thompson says, hi to everyone who's watching. Rab Story is watching. Graham Kenny, Cookie Neil McCarthy, Alan Knox, Margie Waddle, Barbara Miller, Trevor Monaghan wants to know, is it safe to come in here? It is safe. Tonight you are all safe. Unless you want to give me abuse, and then I'm not too sure about it. I've had enough today. For those of you who aren't aware, I did a wee slot on Talkback earlier on today, and said what I thought, which didn't go down well. So I've been getting a lot of abuse on Twitter since then. My most annoying, the thing I'm most annoyed about is that I let Crawley take me down an alley that I wasn't prepared for and therefore didn't have the figures. And the ironic thing about it is someone earlier on reposted a post of mine from last year sometime. And if I'd had it, I could have just nailed them with it, but I didn't have it to hand because I wasn't expecting it. You know, they bring you on to talk about Protestant alienation and to talk about your concerns. And then you tell them about your concerns and they ridicule it, poo-poo it, and make you feel alienated. So, you know.
But as I told you earlier, Valerie, you only know you've done something right when you get the Republican trolls chasing you. If they thought you were insignificant, if they thought you were talking through your ass, if they thought anything else, they would not be coming after you. They only attack the people that they see as a threat to what they believe in. So therefore, you've done something right. Keep believing that. The more trolls you get, the more successful you are.
I don't know about that, but anyway, Neil's asked him, was last Saturday's show not uploaded to YouTube? I thought it was. I
Should
thought it
have
was on
been.
YouTube. Unless it has been muted or something by YouTube, you know the way. Christopher says, cheer up the girl, we're all with you. Thank you. And thank you to all of you who sent me nice supporting messages. It is nice to hear a positive voice because you come off those things not knowing how you do. And you go, oh my God, I said something wrong. And you know, you wonder why you do it. But anyway, let's get to the bands. They are the most important thing.
So someone's saying that, oh, it actually is still
They
set.
are the most important thing.
So, yeah, no, it's saying 102. No, it's 101.
What are you on about?
No, sorry. I'm blabbering. I'm looking at the wrong
Will you
video
tell,
number.
will
Yeah,
you
100
turn to me?
no, yeah. Well, I'm talking to everybody as well, but 101 hasn't gone on to YouTube. I will look at
All
that.
right, okay.
I will look at that tomorrow.
Okay, right. Okay. So where are we going? 260 of so at least we've got 260 friends, I hope. And Roy and Lisa, so that's 262. My mother's on there,
But
so
we're
at least
watching.
her.
But we're
Well,
watching
you're watching
already.
bands.
We're watching it. We're watching it already. So that's 262, 261, 260 plus your mum, 259.
But it's all right. Apparently I have a face that not even a mother could love. Now, let's get our first band. That's the most important thing. First up on Roy's list, I'm sure you will all be amazed to hear that it is Rathcoole Protestant Boys. No surprise there whatsoever. At Roy's first pick, of course, Rathcoole Protestant Boys playing Vincent there. Et toi nuit, starry night. Now, I want to give a big shout out here to, let me see where to go. Patricia Carson Hamilton, who is watching in from Canada, I believe. Hopefully I've got that right because it's gone off my screen. Also to Sonia McDonald, who is watching in from Cornwall, originally from Kilkeel. I wonder, has Roy any Kilkeel bands on tonight? Ah, my goodness, I don't know. Irene and Billy Sheena are watching. Caesar Kenny is watching. Dennis Boston is watching in Ballyhalbert. Robin Hill, the figures you mentioned were unbelievable. When I saw them, yes, that's the employment figures. I mean, I couldn't, oh, don't start me. Cracking sound off
Don't
Rathcoole.
start her. Get the lights on. Rain her in.
Glenn Miller says, when are you going to do a day's work, Valerie? Exactly. That was one of the other ones. When I wouldn't know a day's work if it hit me in the face with a banjo or a flute. Where the banjo came from, I do not know. It was a bit random there, banjo. Muriel wants to know, can you take the symbols off the screen? Is that the symbols behind Roy? Muriel, are you meaning? Are they flashing in the screen and maybe distracting or something? I don't know. Thank you all for your comments. I really, really do appreciate them. It's nice to hear positive comments, I have to say, because I have Roy will tell you because he got a phone call, Gern, and go, was it really that bad? It's just it's so hard when you're being lambasted by them. But this one is especially for Sonia, who is originally from Kilkeel. So she might know this next band. Joy, Reggie, Tilly, Yasmin, I hope you are all in because you might like this one. Excellent. There, two top class bands joining together on the 11th night there in Kilkeel, and really enjoyed by a lot of you. Superb, says Philip Mackey. Two great bands. Davy Logan says brilliant, really warming to these melody bands. Good, good. It's nice now because normally when you're out at a parade, you're looking for the bands you know, you're looking for the people you know, you're talking to the people down the street. You're not really looking at anything different. At least now when we're in the house and we're sitting in our butt relaxed, we can look at bands that we normally wouldn't look twice at. And hopefully I've maybe even encouraged you to consider the brass bands and the accordion bands in a more, even a slightly more positive light. Are you convinced, Roy?
No.
Have I convinced you?
No.
I didn't
You've
think
actually, believe it or not, pushed me further away from accordions.
That's not true.
That
That's
actually
not
is true. Whenever you play, do you know whenever you go, you love all these technical pieces and all these things up and this, that, and the other, and that is just lost. It's lost on me. Give me.
Well, you see, I appreciate that kind of stuff because I'm a classically trained musician, right? So I was taught music from I was 5. So I appreciate the intricacies of things like that. Okay. But I also get that other people don't. But I also know that there are loads of accordion tunes out there or loads of brass tunes out there that don't have those things in it, but are still enjoyable to listen to. And I still enjoy listening to them and playing them. Just because you enjoy the difficult stuff doesn't mean to say the good or the easy stuff isn't good neither. Does that make sense?
But I listen to classical music. I actually do listen to classical music, and nowhere in those classical music ones that I've listened to for the past 30 years was there accordions.
You're not listening to the right classical music, Roy. No, seriously, over in Russia and places like Russia and all that, there accordions are considered one of the classics in along with the rest of the orchestra instruments. And it's a really I'm not even sure that I can manage in Russia because it's a really highbrow instrument over there. I don't know if they would like you belting out the sash every so often. Did you see the clip I posted the other day of Vivaldi, the two accordionists?
Yes, I saw that, and it's just people playing. It's just people playing a keyboard.
Roy, the bellow shakes and everything. I do not know. These small nuances are completely lost in you. They really are.
Yeah. And the one thing, can I just say one thing about my picks tonight? That there may be some surprises, as the previous band. There'll be some not surprises, but the majority of the picks tonight have been pulled from the "we haven't been played much" list.
Oh, good. That's nice because it's nice seeing bands that we don't normally see. I mean, I've found a few bands on here that I have rarely ever seen and haven't ever seen live, and hope someday to maybe see them live, and we'll get them on them. William Torn says, if you look closer, you can see the speakers. What speakers? What speakers? Is it behind me, William? Don't know. Even the easiest tune can sound brilliant if it's played well, says Sam Bell. Totally right. Absolutely. Jim McElrath is watching from Dundrum. Somebody's at my front door. The guy, huh? It's the trolls. Yeah,
it's the trolls.
Margaret wants to know, did the two from last week deliver the fish? Did China get assaulted by the fish in any way? Edward Fellows wants to know what bands are hiring drummers. So did Scott Clark, because that was one of the comments that they were making. Oh my goodness, they're absolutely mad. Doug A. Aiken says, like, very much to hear you giving all your fans a number on your accordion. No chance. No chance. Let me see. Joy Collins said that 11th night in Kilkeel was the best night. 2 bands joining and a lot of young faces there. There was indeed. Now, it'll not be the young faces that remember this next band, because I never ever saw them either. And I'm young, so I never saw them reality. But I've heard so much about them. They have sort of like achieved mythical status among the band scene, and I'm sure you'll all enjoy them. It is the Milrow Loyalists playing Kilbilly's March and Linfield Tartan. That there is another band with swagger. You can actually feel it as you're sitting. Like, I don't know about the rest of you, but my shoulders were going. Absolutely brilliant. Glenn Miller, your jokes are getting worse. He says, in Russia, as in the accordions are very popular in Russia, hope Roy isn't putting any accordions on with the J in it. Adam Livingston says, get a 3 or 4, please, all 2-row accordion melody on, or 3 for Roy. To appreciate. Robin Hall says, they had no socks on playing Vivaldi. Funny. I saw that and I thought, I guarantee Glenn Miller is in there with the socks. But they were very, very good. They were very, very good. On the keyboards, William Turns on the keyboards. If I'd watched closely, I could see the amps. On the accordions, no, there was no amplification in those accordions at all. Purely acoustic. Trevor Monaghan is saying, waiting to see which band does it go with that song "Last Man on Earth" from Wolf Alice. Never heard of it. It means nothing to me. Hugh Solomon is watching from Loyalist Clackmanahan. Hopefully, I have now got the pronunciation of that right, Hugh. Robert Adams is in Carrickfergus. Ken Stewart says the Vivaldi was absolutely brilliant. It really, really was. Like those bellow shakes. Oh, my goodness. Sheila Gallagher is watching. Scott Clark said I was playing fast and loose with the term young. Scott, really? You have to feel sorry for me today. Jim Boyd says, Valerie, you're a flautist, not a blower then. I'm neither because I can't get noise out of them. Not at all. Not a cheap. Old Tunes is Davy Logan of Melrow. Adrian McElvena has seen Melrow. Denise Gordon says that takes her back. She still has the record somewhere. Tommy Lloyd says he's still got the LP. Winston Dust says he'll have to learn Vivaldi and their accordion band. Indeed, you will not. Because you don't have to worry about it. Whatever you play and whatever you're happy playing, Winston, is all that matters. Speaking of accordions, it's Roy's first accordion on the list tonight. Up next, it is Ligonil accordion playing Imperial Echoes in Ballymena way back in 1994. Where did you find this one?
I have no idea where I found it, but I found it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to have to look that back and find out where you got that clip from, Roy, because I was competing at that day in that contest, not that section, but I definitely was competing that day, and I would love to see a video of it. I haven't seen a video in so long.
Are you sure you got the years right there? Would it not have been 1884, not 1994?
You're so funny. No. Even China has come along and said they're a great band in their day. It's just a pity they're no longer with us. a really good band, actually. I forgot how good they were. Kilkeel Band and Accordions on already. Is Roy feeling okay? Leah wants to know. Are you feeling all right?
Well, the order of the bands, what like Blood and Thunder, Melody, etc., wasn't set by me. I just filled the spaces in.
All your keyboards are confusing me. Is it an accordion thing? Do you mean my keyboards round me? You see, I have work computers and laptops, and then other ones, and then my non-work computers and laptops. So these are all work thingies. Stephen Dummigan is watching from Newton Abbey. Karina Hugh says that was class. Good, Karina. I'm glad we have another accordion supporter on here. Martin McNeil wants to know, does anyone remember a Blood and Thunder accordion band called Temple Accordion back late 70s? He said they were brilliant. I can't say that I ever heard of them. Great band in their day, says Brian Goody. He remembers them. Adam Livingston wants to know, where's the rolls? Are you getting like China and you're looking for the mini rolls? Is that what you're at now? Brilliant playing, says Graham Kenny. Now, I have to say, Jason Gibson came up with a brilliant idea about an evening of our night dedicated just to accordion bands.
Okay, I will jump in now. I will jump in now, and I'm booking that night off on holiday.
No, I genuinely wouldn't. I wouldn't do that because I like having the mixture. Listening to a full night of accordion bands wouldn't please me either, believe it or not. And Davy Pritchard was out there for a toilet break. William Torrance says that Roy found the clip in room 101. I'd say there's quite a few who's put the accordions in room 01. Room 101. That's terrible of you. Glenn Miller is making up a band instead of White Rock called White Sock. Dear, you boys are deadly, absolutely deadly. Brilliant playing, says Graham Kenny. Loads of really positive comment. And Lord Carson, Ronnie Mack conducting. Yes, remember Ronnie Mack well. Plenty of young ones in that band in 1994. Great to see. Joan Hunter says she was in the band and her siblings. Oh no, you were in the band. Neil Martin was asking about the Temple accordion, right? Okay, I get you now. I'm just sort of getting half our conversation here. Unfortunately, Ligoniel is a cold place for Protestants. So is Twitter. Jordan wants to know, is my daft granda on tonight? I did see a comment earlier on that yes, he was watching. There were so many comments coming in. I didn't get them all read, so I do apologize. You know I always try to do that. Dougie Ekin says yes to an accordion night. Jimmy Graham wants to know, will Portavogie make it tonight, Roy?
There's only one way you'll find out what's made it tonight is by watching the show. Because I'm not going to say, there will be people happy, there will be people sad, there will be people mad, but there will be also people laughing.
You can't please them all the time. Isn't that what they say?
Tonight wasn't set out to please anybody. Tonight was me filling in the gaps of the bands, and
we haven't played very often. No, and
a little bit of self-indulgence, like with Rascal Protestant Boys.
Ooh. Ian Evans is watching and says good evening to everyone from Liverpool. Steve McKinney wants to know, any Pride of the Main tonight? Well, it is Roy, so there may be a chance of it. Now, what I am going to say is we haven't had the next band on in a while. All those people from Limavady, I hope you are watching, because this is a little clip of Ballynarg Pride of Orange at their own parade back in 2019. Isn't it strange to be saying back in 2019? Crazy. I remember that night fondly. Oh my goodness, 2019. Hard to believe that was 2 years ago, isn't it? I actually had followed Drummahiggles down into the car park there to get them playing because they did a wee tune for me down at the end. And I should be there somewhere along the side because I'm fairly certain because they went live that night from the parade. So I'm fairly certain I should be there somewhere. Now, any Larn band, says Kenny Dummington. Brilliant band, says Morris Wark. Diane Steele wants to know what it's like in the Black Book. Glenn says that they have vodka and cookies there. Just you stay out of the Black Book, Diane. You'll be fine.
We've actually upgraded tonight. We have got
Maltesers
in the Black Book as well.
You're only doing that because you know I like Maltesers. What is that? Did you still say something else?
Well, you're not getting into your Black Book. Sorry. You can be in your own Black Book. You're not. We've got our own Black Book. You wrote the Black Book, so you're keeping the list. We've got the Black Book gang. Yeah, you're writing it, so you can't be in it. Tough.
Ian Evans is watching. He says he's proud of the North Liverpool. Stevie Cruikshank, I laughed at this one. He says, please don't ever do a night of accordion bands. 1 or 2 a night is enough. Although I did back in the day have a great night with a girl from a certain accordion band. Can I just say it's not me? Okay, I'm just going to claim my innocence already. But you've now got us all wondering, Steve, who was it? What band? Tell us more. You can't just leave us hanging like that now. Nicely paced piece. I think I said that right, didn't it? Nicely paced piece, says Glenn Miller about Ballynarrig. Thank you, Morris. It's kind of hard when you're getting the abuse to listen to it. Yo, says Ryan, a Limavady band. Knew that one would please you, Ryan. Colin Johnson says that's a loud shirt. No chance of getting run over. Well, they are Ballynarrig Pride of Orange, so they had to have orange in there somewhere. Another brilliant band. Great show tonight, says Stephen McKinney. Tommy Lloyd says back in the 70s, he played the bass drum in the Lily and Rose accordion band here in Liverpool. I guess in those days we could have been classed as Blood and Thunder. Scott Clark says he's been in the Black Book a long time. It's not all that bad, although they never play your bands. Wonder who the original member of the Black Book was. I can't remember. Philip Cole says, would you have any clips of Monaghan Owl Fife and Drum? I don't think we have as yet, but after seeing, I hope you all saw the clip that I shared the other day of them on the HAME programme by Mark Thompson. I hope you all saw that little clip of them playing really, really well. Jason wants to know, is he out of the Black Book with his nomination of an accordion night? Eddie Torney says he is Black Book loyal, and Lee says that they have Stacey's cupcakes in the Black Book gang. Oh my God. He's having a meeting up of the Black Book gang when COVID is finished. Is that what you're going to do?
Never mind,
he's all
when
going
COVID's
to
finished,
across the street from the rest of us.
Yeah, we will be.
Waving your bottles of vodka.
We will. No, we won't be drinking on the streets. We will keep the vodka for when it goes, but we'll be waving the cupcakes and the Maltesers at you as we going.
Oh my goodness. Mark Hughes says, wonder did any bands get any money from the cultural minister? I had one of my points. That was one of my points I'd written down to talk about, the unfairness of things, but I never got that far. Good evening for Glasgow, says Charlie Panda. Good evening to you all. Black Book royalty, says Scott. He thinks he's one of the founding fathers. Adam Livingston's giving you a little bit of advice. Stevie says, careful now. Careful now. No.
And a special message for Mr. Scott Clark.
Yes?
He's a wannabe from Mr. China.
Ooh, there you go. Are you saying he's a wannabe Black Book member? I think Scott was definitely in there pretty early, I have to say.
He's a wannabe. That's all. That's
all
all
right.
Mr. China said. I don't know what his wannabe.
China has sent me a message. He's still on his ban, but he has sent me a message to say that the Union Jack shop is open in the morning. Click and collect. He says we sell accordion CDs too, so make sure that you get in there for your accordion CDs. If Eddie's Black Book loyal, so am I, and we replace the Blue Black Brigade. Is that what I said? What did I say? Blue Black. Oh well. You knew what I meant. Now, your next clip, Roy. This is Dungannon Silver Band playing at the online contest held by Corey this year. Steve Cruikshank says, a wee clue, regimental tune of the Royal Irish. Well, that narrows it down. We now know it was Killaloo. For the night he had the very good evening that he had with the lady from an accordion band. So we know she was in Killaloo. We're now in this town. We're now in this town. Sorry. So yes, the next clip up is Dungannon Silver. This is them playing at the online contest of Corey. So during COVID, instead of having a in-place contest, they had an online. So everybody did their online videos, submitted them. This is Dungannon Silver's version, and it is the Europa Mars March. That was excellent. Really enjoyed that there. A march that I've never really heard before, and it's got a big thumbs up from China as well. He's sending messages here. Absolutely brilliant. Loved that. So did Keith Anderson. David Milligan says hard to beat a good silver band. Kathy White says fabulous music. Jackie Mullen said brilliant. Gordon Porter says keep her lit. Jonathan and Roger. Keith McEnany thought it was a nice march. Karina McHugh says brilliant. Dennis Boston says great variety of bands tonight, Roy. Doing well, doing well.
Mr. Tony, I have it on a good account that you're in a huff with me this evening, all because of a certain football result during the week where Ballymena was playing in a certain Linfield.
Oh, no football. No football. Liverpool's not winning, so we can't talk about football. We can only talk about football. Liverpool are winning.
They did win their last game.
Tail Sinclair is watching in Dover. He says it's a bit late tonight. That's okay. I haven't given out any lines for ages. I'm going to have to get back into that again. Superb, says Davy Logan. Really good comments there for that silver clip from Dungannon Silver. Really playing well. Karen Stewart says it's a new march to me and very good. I'd never heard that one before either, Ken. It's really, really, really nice march there. Very, very tuneful. Eddie Tony shall be meeting with Ryan tomorrow to give him the prize he won last week. The Muskehounds don't do pigeon post. I think my post is snail mail. So yes, Ryan won his 3 statues from Eddie last night, and Ryan chose to have them painted in the uniforms of East or the UVF Regimental Band from East Belfast, and he requested that each one of the figurines was one of the different uniforms. So there was one in the red, the guard's jacket, which Eddie says was really, really difficult to paint. And I can just imagine that because it's all done by hand. Then there was one in the World War One recreated uniform, and then there was one in their dark navy blue. He sent me a picture of them. They looked fantastic. And then to round it all off, he also did an extra wee figure in the drum major. So they look absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Eddie, for having that as a prize. And he's meeting Ryan tomorrow to give those off. I hope that you like them, Ryan. They certainly looked brilliant. Brian Goody says, I'm away to my 3rd black book. Could very well be. Could very well be. My black book actually has only 2 pages left in it. Look, this is the last 2 pages in my black book. And then after that, it's filled with scribbles and notes. So I am going to have to get a new black book, that's for sure. Evening, you all, says Amanda Adamson. Up the Glen, says Jason Gibson. France have just gone ahead. What is that? Is that silver?
Rugby.
Okay. Let me see. Silver. Love to listen to a silver band, says Marie Geddes. Talking about one of the videographers in the video. They're talking about waving or something like that. I don't know. I must start that conversation. Now, where are we going to go next? We're going to go to Macrophil next for a little bit of Ballymullen Purple Guards. I think we had them on a few weeks ago, but listen, you can't have too much of a good thing. This is them at their own parade, again in 2019. Well played there by Ballymullen. Working proud through Macrophil, and quite rightly so. China, of course, with the usual "we dolls" comment. So, what would you do without female colour parties, China? What would you give off about then? Though I'm sure you would find something. Let's see. Some great bands tonight. Royce is Stephen McKinney. Amanda Macrophil is now in the top 3 places to live in Northern Ireland.
Apparently so. It was on the news tonight. And,
Oh.
And they're saying it's because it's a wedding destinations and everything else. And I was like, okay.
Wedding destinations in Macrophil?
Yeah.
Where?
No idea. I didn't see it all. I was too busy making dinner and just happened to pop my head in at the time.
I've never watched the news, so I don't know all these things. Only watching for 10 minutes, then back to the rugby. So in other words, Tad, you're watching us in the break of the rugby. That's what you're trying to say. And poor Amanda, God love her, she had to feed the dogs while you sat in your butt watching the rugby. Tut, 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 tut. Not good. Not good at all. Great band from Mid-Ulster there, says Scott Clark. Albert Harkness says, RT wants you on next, Val. Are you just looking up me more? Yes, Albert, is that what you're wanting? Glenn Miller thinks Valerie should open up applications for the Black Book, and if you meet your requirements, you're in. Arrive late to VBP, slag off accordions, use of the shortened version of Valerie. Those are all ticks. Well, the arriving late, sometimes you maybe have a valid reason, but I want the note. I want a note from your parents. But definitely slagging off accordion or calling me Val will definitely allow you entry into the Black Book. There's not in.
I don't like accordions, Val. I just don't like accordions, Val. I absolutely can't stand accordions, Val.
You're already in the Black Book. You don't need to get it.
I'm just making sure because we've got cupcakes, we've got Maltesers, we've got vodka, we have got cookies, we've got ice cream.
Dear. Jonathan Courtney says it must have been Malcolm Phelps in one of the top places to live because of the Bentley. The Bentley was some setup, wasn't it? Oh, miss it. Really do. Now, next up, I'm looking forward to this next week clip. I haven't seen this one before. Macraboy Flute Band, which is a part music band, and they are playing at the Somme tour in 2015. So obviously when they were at the Somme. So looking forward to seeing this one.
Quick, march!
excellent playing there from Macroboy playing Galanthea. Of course, really, really lovely Piccolo coming through there. But I would have felt uncomfortable, I have to say, playing at Thiepval in shorts and a t-shirt. I have to say, probably just me. But
There is, must admit though, there is other clips of them playing at different places in full uniform.
yeah,
But apparently that was a really hot day, and
I can understand
they didn't
that.
have, so they went for the more casual.
No, I can understand because of the heat. When I paraded with Brunswick from Thiepval to Ulster Tower along Sunken Road, the sweat was running down the shuck of my arse. It was that warm, and them great big tunics. It was, oh my goodness. So I can understand that, but even so, I'd still feel a wee bit uncomfortable about it. But excellent playing, absolutely. So this Black Blook gang, my goodness, I've obviously made it far too popular. That's what's wrong with it. Some Bushmills.
Because all the cool kids are in it.
Huh?
All the cool kids are in it.
All the cool kids. Adam says that if there's any Bushmills in it, he'll jump in. All these goodies Amanda described, and a t-shirt as well. Buckfast, someone else said, but as Stephen said, that was put in Room 101 last week. Let's see, brilliant band, lots of great. Huh?
And it's staying in Room 101.
Oh, definitely, definitely. We need t-shirts done Black Book Loyal. We'll have to see. We are going to have to get right. I'm going to put up a post this week to see what kind of slogan you want in the t-shirt. You know, is it black? I'm Black Book Gang or Black Book Loyal or all of that kind of stuff. But
and you know the way the last Saturday is called Black Day?
Uh-huh.
Well, the last ever show that we do,
call it Black.
It's going to be called Black Day.
But yeah, you're going to get me in even more trouble because, like, then it'll be all Black Lives Matter. You know, there'll be boycotts and protests. I'll not be able to get out the front door for people protesting.
That's the plan.
Trevor Mulligan says he would love to do it before he retires. So any bands out there willing to take a dummy flitter that waves a lot, he says give him a PM. Piccolo outstanding there. Ken Stewart's original version very good. It was indeed. Adam has a bottle sitting taunting him as he speaks. Nigel Edgar said Galanthea sounded well. It was a really nice arrangement of it. It definitely was. Great tune, love the Piccolo. Colin Johnson's the same as me, as is Alex Hutton. It's more sort of like the respect type of thing, but I can totally get, especially with young kids now, that you don't want them, you don't want to put them heat stroke or anything like that there. So it's a tough one, and they probably didn't go prepared for something like that there.
But it also comes down to what people class as respect. You can walk up to somebody's grave in a full suit and show that grave total disrespect. You'd walk up to that grave. You walk up to that grave wearing a mankini and show it the utmost respect. So it's about how you conduct yourself, not what you're dressed.
It's the same thing, like to me, unless you dress going to church. Whereas, I mean, guys that I used to work with, when they talked about going to mass, they were going jeans and t-shirt before they went to the pub. You know, and
that's what it is. Today's society, I watch ones. I've got churches all around me. I've got West Church down there. There's High Kirk. There's the Methodist. I'm not that far from the chapel either. But today's society is all jeans and t-shirts going to church. My brother-in-law is an elder in a church not so far, and he goes in jeans, ripped jeans, and a t-shirt to church.
I see, it doesn't feel right to me, but maybe that's it's just me. A few people are saying the same. Kenty had thought the same. Norris thought the same. Not for me, you know. But excellent playing. I can't fault the band, and I'm not saying anything bad about the band at all. That's not what I'm saying. I can understand why they probably did it if it was really, really warm. You don't go prepared for dressy clothes that aren't your uniform, if you know what I mean. So I can understand it. I'm sure they're difficulty getting everybody even sort of like the same shirts. But and there was, of course, white socks there to keep Glenn happy. Sweaty bum, Tommy Lloyd. Sweaty bum. It was sweaty bum, sweaty back, the whole lot of it. Norris says he ran after me with a bucket. I wish you had it done. I wish you absolutely had it done, Norris. Bucket with cold water and ice on it. It's lashed it round me. Hot day or no hot day, band t-shirt and trousers. You know, each to their own, and it's entirely up to him. Now, do you think one thing I want to mention to you? I have recently been taking a a course in genealogy, looking at family history and all that kind of stuff, ran by Magherafelt District, and they are doing a lot of courses at the moment, which I have to say that's one thing, a positive about this whole pandemic, that I'm loving is so many courses online that normally would you would have had to have gone to them, and they're usually in Belfast, and that's an hour's drive for me up and an hour's drive home, and at the end of the working day I just do not want to do that. But sitting on my butt in the house, it's not too bad. So Magherafelt have one coming up on Thursday, the 8th of April. And I think I've already posted it on the forum, but I will post it again. And it's talking about the creation of Northern Ireland. And it should be a good night. 8 p.m. It's on Zoom. All you have to do is link in and watch. You can do it in your mobile phone and all that kind of stuff. So if you get an opportunity, I will post it on the forum as well. But definitely, I think we should be educating ourselves more on all of this kind of stuff, because how can we defend the next 100 years when we don't know what the last 100 years was made up of? So I'll post that in the forum, but definitely do get a wee join if you can. Kathy White says, I think you should keep going after restrictions are lifted, so it would never be a black day. Oh my goodness. Oh dear, Kathy. Tell you what, we'll go live from parades. How's that? Is that okay? Does that work for you? David Cruikshank says, been too thankful. Yeah, it's a big deal to wear things, give total respect. And Diane says that it would be a wet t-shirt competition. David Kyan wants to know, what night is it? It is Thursday, the 8th of April at 8 p.m. That's British Mean Time. David, I know you're watching there from Canada. Listen, I'm not saying anything about the band whatsoever, because they played absolutely brilliant. But they, it's just a personal opinion more than anything else. Stout Clark says, I went to the virtual band parade and all I got was this t-shirt and a lot of abuse. That's definitely a slogan for the future. China says, anybody wants to take me and my band, I'll whistle Dixie. I'll not repeat the rest of it. He basically said, I'll wear nappy as well. Is that for those Shark? Now, let's get on to music before I incriminate myself anymore. Hounds of Ulster are the next group up. So for those of you who maybe aren't aware of the Hounds of Ulster, they are members of various different bands from around the Newton Abbey direction in Belfast. And they've got together, I know that Dee Crooks, that's the one, was involved in it. I don't know whether he still is or not. They've done some very, very good pieces of music. So this is them in Strasbourg. I know that they've done a lot of, I'm kind of divided, and they've done a lot of stuff down in Dublin and that kind of stuff, the cross community type of stuff. And half of me thinks, yes, absolutely, we should be out there pushing our stuff in the faces. And the other half of me thinks, no, don't give them any reason to get the funding. But anyway, this is Hounds of Ulster playing in Strasbourg. Is it a flash mob? Is that what, am I reading right here?
Yes, you're reading it right. So it does start off slow. Bear with it, folks. It is worth a watching. That's all.
Oh, I haven't seen this one before at all. Looking forward to this. excellent there. Excellent. Haven't seen them doing that one before. They're very innovative. That's the one thing I do like about the Hounds of Ulster. Very, very innovative. And they're obviously, I think that's actually, is that D on the bass drum? Looked like him? I think it was. I think he's still involved with it. I'm not 100% certain. As Glenn Miller says, and say Ulster Scots isn't culture.
Well, it was D. It was D's clip. D put the clip up, so that's where I got it off.
Right. No, it's very, very good clips. Yeah, it was very good, and I enjoyed that. So did lots of you. Greg McGaw, Marlon McAllister, Ricky thought the flits were excellent. Jackie thought the Irish dancers were brilliant. I suppose, Jackie, and you know all about the Irish dancers, don't you, Roy? Eddie Torney thought it was very
and
good.
I'm not scared to admit it.
Glenn Miller, brilliant, first class. Adrian thinks that the Muskehounds should try that. I agree, totally. Awesome, brilliant. They are fantastic, says Brian Goody. Jean Kerr gets better as more at it, pipes, dancers, etc. Victoria Sheridan sounding brilliant. Davy Logan, a bit of culture, also quite entertaining. Nice music, but where they stand, you mean as in where they're standing, Kenty? I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's some historical massive great big church or something in Strasbourg. I don't know it well enough to be able to tell. I can remember that many years ago, Drew and I went to Brussels just for a long weekend. It was actually Valentine's Day. I took him for Valentine's Day to Brussels, so there you go. And we were walking about and we were doing some tours, and we came to this massive, absolutely humongous, great big cathedral. And Drew says, come on, we'll go in and look in around it. And I said, no, I don't know that I could go in there. And he went, you'll be fine. So of course he walks in. I walked in one step, smell of incense, nearly made me turn, and I had to turn and come back out again. So that was my tour. That's my limit. One step in the door and out again. Otherwise, my feet would probably have burned after that. But anyway, let me see. Couldn't see the three amigos doing Irish dancing, says Alistair. And neither could I have to say. But you never know. Now,
never know. You could get me and Jackie doing Irish dancing sometime.
Could. There's an idea. There, we could get the Muskehounds singing in their hula skirts and you dancing in front of it.
Or going by a message that Mr. China has sent me. I don't think he wants a miniskirt, because his comment was, whenever the band was in shorts, he went, class, men in hot pants. So I think China wants hot pants instead of a miniskirt.
Hey, we'll arrange whatever you want, China. We'll arrange whatever you want. Now, 9:00. I'm running a little bit late tonight. 9:00, 9:10 actually. At 9:00, we normally do our quiz. So this week, Lisa has got a cracker one for you. I'd say this will be difficult this week because this week is Scottish Blood and Thunder. So I see Penny already had her questions. Her answers in already. I'm still amazed about the fact that one week Lisa or Penny had put in her answers long before the quiz was even played. I managed to get 4 out of 5. I'm still amazed at that there. So at the moment we have nobody waiting. Well, nobody for winners from the quiz waiting on a CD. So there's a few others waiting on a CD that I have promised them. Apologies, I've run out of my stock here. I have to go out to my Maz and get another box of them for the attic. Jennifer McAllister says she could show them a wee bit of Scottish Ceilidh dancing. That would be brilliant, actually. Scottish Ceilidh dancing in front of the Muskehounds by you and Irish dancing by Roy. That would be perfect. So we have got our clip ready to go. Have we, Roy? Yes, got our clip. So this is Scottish Blood and Thunder, okay? So come on, all you Scotty ones. Andrew Irvin says, oof, no pressure this week. Glenn wants to know, did everyone get their books? I think I saw that they did, Glenn. I think that they saw that they did. I think I might saw comments.
And I just want to say a massive thank you to Glenn for giving the book away.
Absolutely.
And I'm also angry at Glenn. Obviously, I'm not persuasive enough because before you messaged him, I'd already messaged him saying I would buy the books for him, the other books, so that they went. And a certain Mrs. Quinn just messaged him, blatters eye, goes, I'll pay for them, Glenn. And he goes, yes, but he said no to me. I'm not happy.
I was quicker than you. I was quicker than you,
I was quicker than you because you put me into the group with the message for it, and I had messaged Glenn about 3/4 of an hour before
Doesn't
that.
matter. As long as everybody got the books, that's all that matters. Colin Johnson says it's your mother, not your ma. Ulster Scots, Colin. It's my ma. Now, first up on our clip. So, as per always, same rules as always, we're going to have 5 clips. You're going to get no audio, no visual, just audio. You're going to get 4 bands up on the screen. It will be one of those bands which you're playing. You just have to tell us which one. So when you think you know, you put it up 1, A, B, C, or D, whichever one you think that it is, and let's see how many you can get right. David Kyan says he'd love a Blood and Thunder CD, not easy found over here, and I've worn out my dad's cassettes and 8 tracks. David, we have the very man who will help you out. If you go into Union Jack Shop here on Facebook, it is, of course, our Mr. China, who you will recognize from the comments, who's on a Facebook ban at the moment, so can't comment, and he will absolutely get you sorted out with Blood and Thunder CDs. There's no problem there whatsoever. And it worlds amount, absolutely worlds amount. So let's see. What's our first clip? This is first up this evening. Jennifer wants me to say hello to Alison McAleese from Akadu. He's watching. Hello. Barney, I think, needs to. Yeah, Barney definitely needs to go, I think. Jimmy Graham has his answers into his quiz in already. D1, A2. Right, we'll see how you do, Barney, or Jimmy. Let's see. So this is clip number 1. It is one of the 4 bands on screen. Let's see who gets them all right. You had 4 choices there. A, Dykehead Sons of William. B, Saltcoats Protestant Boys. C, Whitburn Grenadiers. Or D, Denniston Rangers. So just put in, you'll see everyone else's. 1A, B, C, or D, depending on who you thought that one was. So here is clip number 2. Did I say China was moving to Canada? Did I say that? Apologies. China, have you moved now? It's bad enough I'm putting bands off the road and renaming people, but I'm moving you. Clip number 2. Oh, tough one that time. A, Brigton No Surrender. B, Sons of the Somme. C, Newton Stevenson Loyal. Or D, Brigton Loyalists. So wonder who that was. That was clip number 2 to A, B, C, or D, depending who you thought it was. Let's move on to clip number 3. Four choices there. A, Andrew Murphy Memorial. B, Pride of Motherwell. C, Young Calvary Volunteers. Or D, Craig Nuke True Defenders. Again, that was clip number 3. So let us know who that you thought that was, A, B, C, or D. Here's clip 4. Four choices there. A, Camlaggy Loyal Star. B, Pride of Govan. C, Govan Protestant Boys. And D, Broxburn Loyalists. And this is our final clip, number 5. Let's see who you all think this one is. Four choices again: Allenton No Surrender, Cambuslang Volunteers, One Hall True Blues, or D, Jimmy Steele Memorial Flute Band. So get all your answers in there, and I'll start to give you out the answers now. Rather than playing them all through, I'll just give you them all out very quickly. So clip number 1, if you said band A, Dykehead, then you were right. So well done to that. Lisa was very sneaky with clip number 2 because she included 2 Brigtons. Did you get the right one? Because it was Brigton Loyalists. So hopefully you got that one right as well. That was D, 2D. Third clip up was Motherwell. Lisa said Motherwell was that clip. That was clip B. Or sorry, band B, not clip B. And then clip 4, she did the same again. Very, very naughty, Lisa. She put the 2 Govans in. But which one was it? It was Govan Protestant Boys 4C. And then your final clip, who was that one? It was band A, which was the Jimmy Steele. So your final answers were 1A, 2D, 3B, 4C, and 5A. So Dykehead, Brigton Loyalists, Motherwell, Govan Protestant Boys, and Jimmy Steele. Let us know how you did. It's only a bit of fun, remember. That's all it is, just a bit of fun. And as Roy mentioned, it's good to see that Lisa's Y was working on her keyboard this week. Penny only got 1 out of 5 this week. Oh, Penny, I was waiting to see. Amanda got 2 out of 5. Glenn got 1 out of 5. Eddie got 3 out of 5. Not bad, Eddie. Well done. Davy Logan got 4 out of 5. He says that's his best yet. Jennifer McAllister, 0 out of 5. William Callahan, 4 out of 5. Well done. Mark Anderson, 1. Adrian McIlvenna, 4. Scott Clark, 2. Go through some of the rest of the scores there whenever we watch, or once we've watched this next clip. This is Binvarden. The drum major is entertaining the public, is all I have as a comment. Who's the drum major? It's not Sam by any chance, is it? No, not Sam. So no, this is Binvarden Flip.
It's a youngster.
Kid. So this is Binvarden Flip Band. Don't even know where it is, but it's just got drum major entertaining the public.
Is it the Apprentice Boys Relief of Londonderry Parade in 2016?
Well done to that young lad. Good for him. And I'm just looking behind them. You can just see the shirts of the White Army. Probably as close as I'm going to get to seeing them tonight because Roy's not a fan. He has no taste
You would be
whatsoever.
100% correct. That's the closest you'll get to seeing what I'm picking.
I thought that. So let's see how we're doing now. Adrian McVenna got 4, Mark Anderson 1, Scott Clark 2, Edward Fellows got 1. He's given up, he says. Ricky Tosh has got 2 out of 5, Stephen Feely 2 out of 5, Trevor Monica and Alan Lowther got
Welsh.
3 out of 5.
Mark Welsh, 5 out of 5.
Oh, excellent. You double check that for me, Lisa, just to make sure, and then we'll get you a CD. You can send us your details, Mark, for a CD. Alex Hutton got 4. Alistair McKellar got 1 out of 5 again. He says Dennis Boston got 0 out of 5. He says he's terrible at guessing. Ken Tate got 1. David Milligan 4. Andrew Irvin says Jimmy Steele was D, was it not? I'm not sure. I'm just reading out what Lisa had said here. She says 5 was A, Jimmy Steele. So Lisa, confirm for me. I don't know what it was. John Dowling got 3. Jean Kerr got 2, as did Pamela Graham. Denise says she wrote 5D Jimmy Steele, so she's confused herself. So maybe just your Y's now working, but your D's not, Lisa. That's maybe what we're on. Brian Goody says to give up, back to normal, 0 out of 5. Al McGraw got 2. Barry Thompson says it was a lucky dip competition. That I don't think I could have got any. Alex Hutton got 5. Craig Curry, best in weeks, 4 out of 5. Jimmy Steele got D. So that's another Alex Hutton as well, got 5. 2 out of 5.
But that would mean, is Mark Welsh's right if he had put 5A? And it's meant to be 5D, so that could throw the cat amongst the pigeons there. Ooh.
Oh, don't confuse me. Don't confuse me. It's been a long day. Don't confuse me. 3 out of 5 by Mark Morris work. Gavin Hazlitt 3 out of 5. Flip all again, says Stevie Charles. Colin Johnson says he knew that street very well. Yeah, I wonder why. I know the pub in the corner well. Let's see. Hit the bar with 4 out of 5, said Andrew Irvine. Trevor Harrison, 2 out of 5. Alex Hutton says Jimmy Steele was D, and I got 5. Well done. A few of you are asking about copies of Glenn's book, which of course is Made to Parade. He's out of orders. The last order went really quickly and should have more in about 3 weeks. You can get a paperback in 3 days from Amazon, though, so it's available on Amazon, or you can wait to get your own copy from Glenn, and I'm sure he will sign it for you, even though I didn't get a signed copy. Somebody else did, didn't you, Roy?
Yes, because I asked him.
Oh dear. Signs are back in front of Valerie again. Is that the subtitles, Richard? I'm sure they're hilarious as normal. What was the answer to 5 again? Right, 5 was Jimmy Steele. We're not 100% certain whether it was A or D. I've got A written down here from Lisa, but it might be D. So we're not sure, but it was Jimmy Steele was the answer. Now,
But I see there's a latecomer coming in and causing controversy already, just because he was late in, Mr. Morris. He's saying there's always a downside to my picks and everything else. He's picking on me, and that is now definitely going into my book for that band never to be picked on my picks again. So no pleasing people, and that the only way I'll not please them is not please them constantly by not picking it. Simples.
Apparently it's the microphone, the hang up, and the video symbols, Roy, that's appearing in front of me.
Yeah, I can't get them down. There's a microphone to hang up, and for some reason it does not want to take it off tonight off the screen.
Oh, okay. Tommy Lloyd says we need the VAR for the quiz. Val's always right. Tommy, don't mention VAR. As a Liverpool fan, you don't talk about VAR. Right, now, next up on our list, again, another band we haven't seen that often, so this is really great picking of Roy. North Down Grenadiers. This is them playing at the Rathcoole Kai Indoor in 2015. Eddie Torney says he should be there as he was in them then, but I don't see anybody playing the flute the wrong way round, Eddie. So you mustn't have been there that night. Now, in Joshua's defence, I have to stick up for him for he's saying, it was great playing Balran, but he was commenting about the fact that you haven't played many accordions yet. And he's right, because there's definitely been 3 Blood and Thunder in a row, and that is definitely not how the list normally goes there, I have to say.
Well, all I did was copy and paste the list from last week.
Yes, but it was China and the Muskehounds list, and they cheated by putting in too many Blood and Thunders.
Well, that's all I did. I just copy and pasted down.
So next up on the list, another Blood and Thunder, tut, tut, tut. This is Craigavon Protestant Boys playing at Downshire Guiding Star. Sorry, I don't know the year, but this probably will be under the cut because that's where most of the videos. 2017. This will probably be being renamed Ballan Rant. Yous are deadly. Yous are absolutely deadly. This is Craigavon Protestant Boys. I was watching there very carefully to see if my old chum Eddie Linus was maybe on the bass drum for a change, but no, disappointed. I haven't got to the end of the clip, so he might be on the flutes. Now, your next clip is a weird one. It just says the Citadel at the 2015 Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo. Now, it's under the pipes, so I'm guessing it's a pipe band.
Yeah, it is. But the Citadel is the name of the band. They're American.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
But
looking forward to this then.
They're playing a very well-known tune.
Not the sash. Please tell me it's not the sash.
Of course, it's not the sash.
Now that would be something. I have to admit, I would like to hear the sash at the Edinburgh Tattoo.
The immaculately turned out Citadel Regimental Band and Pipes from Charleston, South Carolina, march across the drawbridge. The march, Killaloe.
was really enjoying that too. That was really good. Oh, so you didn't like it then. That was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. Lovely uniform. What I want to know is why of them has some big feathered hats and other ones are like, smaller. Do you get more feathers the longer you're in the band or something? But it was very, very good. Really enjoyed that. No, absolutely. Really nice. Yeah, we'll have to get a longer clip of those guys again. You've really upped the ante for me tonight, Roy. I'm going to have to find some different clips for tomorrow night because I'm choosing tomorrow night. So, of course, you have Ballymena bands in your list tonight. Your next clip is, of course, Craigie Warren, one of the bands who are celebrating well over 100 years and will be in the in our May programme to celebrate the 100th years of Northern Ireland. This is Craigie Warren at Staple Defenders Parade. Don't know the year. You don't give me much information to go on here, Roy.
2016. Well, normally you'd go who you got up next or whatever, and. So.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Who've got on next, Roy?
No, not doing it. Not playing now. An hour and a half into the show, now you start to do it. But no, not playing ball. There's 2016 at Steeple.
Joshua says, definitely your best picks yet because you've played Ballinran. He's trying to get in the good books now. Trying to get in the good books there.
I was just going to ignore that comment, that's all.
Well played. Eddie Torney now loves Liverpool and accordion bands. So I do, he says. Anything to get your bands played tomorrow night because it's my choice. I haven't even made the choices yet. That's what I'm going to spend my morning doing tomorrow. Dougie Aitken says, time for more accordions. I totally agree, Dougie. Who is your next choice, Roy?
I don't know, some wee band that plays squeezy boxy things and down in the country and a BB parade down in down at Portadown.
Lochan's accordion.
Lochan accordion band. And
this always confuses me because there's a Lochan here, and I think there used to be an accordion band, and there's also a Lochan Rea accordion band here just outside Coleraine. So this is.
I would say it's Lochan, and they're doing because it's a Portadown BB parade. So I would say they're from down.
Yeah, look. Oh no, I know they're definitely from down that area. But this is the Lochan's accordion band. Now, Roy, tell us all why you picked that clip.
Especially for a certain Mr. Miller, because there's White Sox on show.
Oh
So
dear, dear.
we've now found his fetish. You know,
Obviously.
you've Mr. Grey in his red room, but you've got Mr. Miller in his White Sox. You've got Mr. China in his hot pants.
Let's not take that any further, I think. I think we'll just park that one there. Now, you're pleasing me with your next choice, I have to say. You've chosen the band of the Royal Marines. That's it. You've no other information than that, but that's enough for me.
Well, I always pick them. I always have got some element from them, but this element is, I know we've had them with the what you call them, the other fancy drummers.
Top Secret Drum Corps?
Yeah, and showing off the drum skills, but this clip is the drum skills is amazing. So.
That was brilliant. That was pure class. I couldn't whatever angle the camera was on, like I just couldn't keep it all, in my and focus it all on once. That was superb.
Exactly the
I
same.
think the best clip ever, Roy. Definitely.
I've watched that clip. That's the Royal Marines went live on their YouTube doing a thing, but they actually show it now 24 hours live, and it's 4 hours and it's just complete loops round the whole time. And I have watched that clip probably about 20 or 30 times in the past 2 weeks since I come across the Royal Marines, and it's just amazing. But I did think for a minute that the guy playing the big tom-tom drum things was Josh, but then I thought, no, he's in Valorant, not the Marines.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Few of you asking, do I need any suggestions for clips for tomorrow night? No, I'm just going to play about with it and throw some odd ones in there, the way I like to do. Now, I do have to tell you that next week is Viewer's Choice. It's the first weekend in April. So there will be a post going up Monday or Tuesday early in the week. First 50 and you get. Now, the one thing I will say is it's next weekend is Easter. So we've got Easter Monday as well and Easter Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we'll have to do something in those days. We'll figure it out after the show and let you all know. But next weekend will be viewers' requests and you can submit your requests in. And if you're in the first 50, now I do have to warn you, you have to be quick because they are just flying. Within about 10 minutes, it's gone. So you have to be quick, okay? Now,
And thank
next
goodness
up,
April Fool's Day is the Thursday and not the Friday.
yeah, that's true. Now, next up is not the Royal Marines, but you might think that it was.
And this is especially for Scott Clark.
Really good there. Royal Marines twice in a row. Playing excellent there, oh my Protestant boys. Superb. And that extra little twist with the twirl. Extra little twist with the twist. Playing really well. Now, we have our birthdays still to go. We haven't got the birthdays done this evening. So during the next clip, let us know if you have a birthday today or had a birthday during the week, and we'll give you all a birthday shout out and serenade from the Muskehounds. But in the meantime, let's have a little listen to Loyal Sons of Benna. Well played there. Jean Kerr loves Loyal Sons of Brenna. Robert Goldsmith says top class outfit, not on near enough. Robert, I'm saying that about loads of the bands that we have on here at times, that we just cannot get them all often enough. A few of the birthdays coming in there, so keep them coming. We'll have another little tune while we're waiting. And this is Wellington Memorial Silver with a little piece called Fascinating Drums. Hmm. Oh, sorry, sorry. This should be Roy was expecting the birthday there. So this is Fascinating Drums. So I'm intrigued now to find out what this is about. don't know what to say about that. Was there? Did I? Yeah, I did. I heard cowbells in there. I heard the horn. I heard that was definitely a strange one, Roy. Definitely a strange
Yes,
one.
Mr. Williams, I do need to get out more. That's
Mr. Williams, you've just joined to watch, and you're already correct in my pronunciation. Did I put an R in it?
yeah,
I
you
do.
said loyal sons of Brenna.
He says
Bena.
it's pronounced Bena.
Yeah,
Bena?
Bena.
Well, I would always say Bena.
Yeah, Bena or
I,
Bena?
I obviously mispronounced it wrong. I do apologize, everyone. Now, birthdays. Where are we at? Now, yes. Ronnie Hindman wants to wish a big happy birthday to Alan Moorhead. Just look for that text there. Can't find it, but I did write it down. Alan Moorcroft, not Alan Moorhead. Alan Moorcroft. So happy birthday to you, Alan. Haven't seen you comment in the night. I know that you're usually on, but happy birthday to you. Also, birthday wish for Davy Miller, whose birthday was Monday past, and that comes from wife Barbara. And you were also celebrating your wedding anniversary yesterday, 30 years. Barbara says, gosh, how I've stuck him for 30 years. I'd say Davy's probably also wondering the same thing. You know, murder, and he would have been out by now. But anyway, don't want to go there. Yeah, not for me to say. Jonathan Courtney would like to wish his dad, Ian, a happy birthday for Tuesday, the 23rd of March, so Tuesday past. Pamela Thompson wants to wish a happy birthday to Paul Gilmore of Portavogie Isle Boys. Dennis Boston wants to wish a Ballock Walter Piccolo player, William Palmer, birthday today. Best wishes from your fellow band members. Happy birthday to my sister Sally on the 1st. Well, we could do the 1st tomorrow night. Would that do? Is that okay? Blind Date with the Muskehounds is the yeah, because everybody was saying that the last tune there, the Fascinating Drums, sounded like the theme tune to a quiz show. It really did. And the prize for that quiz show is a blind date with the Muskehounds. But at least, if nothing else, they could serenade you as they're about to do for all our birthday people. So happy birthday to you all from us at Ulster Bands Forum, from the Muskehounds, and from everyone watching.
Just a thought.
Yes.
What was 9 months back from around this time? Hence why there's so many Protestant birthdays around March, April time. I'll let you work that out while we listen to the Muskehounds.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the Forum. Happy birthday to you.
Was that China on the cowbell, says Craig Curry. I'm sure if China could get his hands on a cowbell, it probably would be. Now, a bit of strange news for you. I know this may come as a surprise, but we're going to overrun tonight. I know that doesn't happen very often, does it? So next up, Blues and Royals from Liverpool playing at the Upper Falls Parade in 2016. Thank you for the information this time, Roy.
You're welcome.
excellent playing there, and lovely actually to see all the girls' hairs tied up. I know that a few of them are talking about the pigtails, but it's nice to see them all, because if they were all flowing loose locks, you would be all complaining about that as well. So it's nice to see them all tied up.
Also nice to see a flutter who didn't know the tune actually just carry the flute and march instead of trying to dummy flute.
I have to admit, I would have dummy flute. But then if I was trying to flute, I would be dummy fluting the whole time anyway. So I can't say anything. Brian Goody says he needs to change his glasses because he thought they were bass drum straps. Okay. Now, next up is a part music for any of you fans who have been waiting patiently. This is Ballyclare, Victoria. Oh, this is going to be good. Playing the March from the Great Escape. That was brilliant. That was really, 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 really good. I just wish we had a video to go along with it rather than a still picture, but that was... Who picked the tunes for you tonight, Roy?
Me, myself, and I. It's amazing what I can actually do when I get a bit of peace and quiet sitting in my little man cave.
In your man cave. I am definitely going to have to up the ante for tomorrow night. And folks, you're going to have to up the ante for your picks next week on Viewers Request Weekend. Now, next up, Masked Flute Band at the Belfast Tattoo in 2017. Who's in the band?
I can't remember, but Joy can tell us because it's her video.
Oh, okay. Joy, tell us who the bands are. band, part music. We should have known Joshua was going to be in there somewhere. It was Cahard, Colleen Fife and drum, and Kells were playing very well there. Great sound. Now, we need another accordion. We definitely do. Very light in accordions tonight.
This video clip has got a major warning for Glenn Miller.
Oh, is that a white sock alert? This is Ballytyrone accordion playing at Ochnagurkins Parade 1996. We're going back a bit here. The only female not wearing white socks was the drum major. Well done to them. That was a really, really clear video for 1996. I have to say, really, really clear and good quality ones, especially even when you were zooming in on the people. Too many accordion bands tonight. My goodness. Neil Glass must have ate all their buns by the looks of their faces. Oh my goodness, happy people voices. Wouldn't you be with one of those strapped on? My goodness, they're concentrating. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. I don't see any flute bands smiling, for goodness sake. Now, next up, Bailey's Lane Flute Band playing the Can at Schenkel Road Defenders Contest. Well done. But I have to say, Scott Clark nailed exactly what I was thinking. The Muskehounds in front of that, the big skirts on. I can just see, you know, the way that they get the knee up and then they do this here with the ankle. I could just see it. Could just see it. Stephen says, get the skirt on, Auntie Val, and the Muskehounds will play it. I think I could play it and you could dance. I think that's a better combination. Absolutely. Trevor William Monaghan says he reckons Cullibagamy Defenders of around 30 years ago were the first band to put the can on the road and doing the splits at the end since Amanda. Oh my goodness. Yes, I would definitely pay to see that. I absolutely would pay to see that. Now, just the two bands left. The first one of them is New Stevenson Loyal. This is them at the annual parade on the 5th of July in 2019. Lovely playing there by New Stevenson, Near My God to Thee. All flute bands should have at least one, if not more, hymns in the repertoire because it actually does. It sounds really, really well when they play it. Now, coming to our last band of the night, you will not need any guesses to know who it is, I am sure. However, Roy's picks tonight, Roy, you've definitely set the high bar. I think it was David Sheridan says this is your best picks so far. He says you've really raised the bar tonight. That's why I think someone else has picked them for you.
No, I would. You know me. I would admit if somebody else picked my bands for me, unlike somebody else. Not even at you, Valerie, but somebody else.
Are you hinting at Lisa?
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, Lisa's picked, but she hasn't. Chris has picked them.
That's terrible. She can't even defend herself on here. So she can't. Lisa, it's about time you get back on again to defend yourself. So tomorrow night are my picks. Trevor, it's not Rathcoole. Rathcoole were first on the show, believe it or not. So Davy's got it. Philip's got it. Glenn's got it. Didn't have to think twice about that. It is, of course, Pride of the Main. So
it's not a normal Pride of the Main clip, though.
Pride of the Main playing the sash, says Andrew Irvine. I sincerely hope not. It is Pride of the Main with the colour party from Black Skull at Derry Day in 2011. So I have to really pull some good tunes out of the hat for tomorrow night for my picks. So make sure you join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. As always, we will probably overrun, as always. Just be prepared for it. But in the meantime, keep yourself safe. Keep the... William Crawley picked them. Very low, David. That was very low.
David, I didn't want to say.
That was good. That was good. That was a good one. Got me there. So make sure you join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm going to have to really, really pull something out of the bag here for tomorrow night. In the meantime, keep the flutes to the myth because we're coming to the tune.
comes a cook with a shovel up his foot, and he says,